So, it looks like we have another Japan that's really interested in India again. Um, they're going to make it a little tight for us. We're going to help them out a little bit with the U.S. and Russia fighters since, well, Russia doesn't really have to worry about using their fighters for anything other than I could use them up here, but I can also stack that or, we'll figure that out when we take Russia's turn. But I think we're going to go ahead and get our stack of fighters on down this way and just really kind of take this out. I think if my memory serves me correctly, I can do this and maybe still use my one fighter up here and bring everything else down here. So what I'm going to do, since he stacked Italy, I thought about wiping these guys out, but I really do need the U.S. fighters down into India in order to save India for another turn. I thought about just stepping out of India, but when you get these guys, these Japan players that are really stuck up on it, I find it's best just to distract them, let them just build up here and not do anything else up against Russia. So I'm going to go ahead and just protect India this turn, bring some Russian units down, and then that way I can protect it next turn when he brings more guys in. So I think that's the play that I'm going to do. I haven't really thought about my Russia turn at all. Probably should have done that before I started the video, but we'll figure it out when we get to that turn. But I'm just going to pull these guys out for a turn, which means I am leaving the battleship transport open, and I don't want to start opening up him doing some back heres or over heres or whatever. So we're going to go ahead and kill these turn. But so Japan, they bought 3 infantry, 3 tanks for their transports, and they finally built a industry down here in Manchuria. So combats, I don't think he did much. He did bomb India again, so India's got some points missing on it. Wiped out Burma, just took Evenkai. So not super aggressive. Still, Australia, New Zealand, Madagascar, Pearl all still belongs out of the Axis hands, and he still only gets 3 transports going. So I'm feeling pretty comfortable. So U.S. I'm looking at buying 12 infantry and a fighter. We're going to put 2 infantry here. We needed, so there's 4 extras here for these 2 currently have transports to come back to, but we got 3 transports leaving the coast that I'd like to bring back to Sea Zone 10. Plus these guys don't have anybody, so they need some. So that's 2 for here, 4 here makes 6, 4 here makes 10, 2 here makes 12. So there's my 12 infantry. And then I had 10 IPC left over, so I decided to build a fighter because, well, we're getting a little low on the US air, so we can fly the fighter over there. Use one of those guys. That way I can keep a destroyer carrier for coming back with his 2 fighters still there. We'll use one guy in there. I am going to go ahead and let the US get the points for that. I'm going to move the UK, I'll move a Russian infantry in there afterwards. I was going to save him, but I guess I was thinking I could move a UK guy in there, but I can't do that after all. So since I'm going to move a Russian guy in there, I'm going to scratch that. I'll let Russia go ahead and get the money for it, and we'll just keep the US tank. Let's see. I think that's actually all the attacking for the US's turn. Yep, not too much, not very exciting of a turn. But oh, are you kidding me? It's kind of counting on getting good hit. Ugh. Come on, give me that 5. Give me that 5. Oh, all right. Whew. I didn't want to kill my bomber. I'm glad that battleship only got 1 hit. That was a little closer than I wanted it to be. We're going to bring those guys back this way. We're going to keep him in here. We're going to come on, step on out for the moment. I think I am going to bring one of these guys down here because we can drop an AA in the southeast if he doesn't put anybody in it again and just be annoying. The other one can come on up here. These guys can go here. He can come on down here so he can help India out when needed. We're going to bring transport back. Transport back. There's year 4. Those 2 transports are coming back here. And the battleship can come get involved. We'll leave the cruiser there to help defend versus 2 fighters. And that looks like we're done. So I thought about putting the fighter up here so I could fly straight down to 15 with the carrier coming in next time. But my 10 infantry were needed exactly for all my shucking going on. And if I moved one more over here, that'd be just an inefficient person to shuck. So we're going to build the fighter over there. Alright, let's see. Russia's got 27. You know what? I haven't done the math. We're just going to build 1 tank. I'm feeling pretty gluttonous, I guess, buying extras. Especially when we can do that. And by putting a tank down here, I'll be able to help hold India since that seems to be where his mind is at. Take him up that way. 1, 2, 3. So we're gonna have to land him back somewhere. He's got 2 bombers we gotta watch out for. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those guys can't get in there, so. All right. I wonder how many infantry I need in Kwangtung to stack it. If they've got 4 infantry, 1 tank, 4 fighters, 2 bombers that can hit there. What if we have like 8 infantry there? What's that look like? Oh, that's still looking like a pretty profitable battle for them. Yikes. Okay. So I think we're just going to keep the 1 there. Otherwise, we're just putting people into load. So what about up here? What have we got? What can we do to dead zone to stack that? 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's just the 2 bombers and these 2 guys. So we can put what, like 4 guys up there? Will that do as well? I think 4 sounds good since we had 2 in there already. Can leave a fighter. Ooh, or would you prefer arch maybe? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. You know what? I like arch better. 1, 2. He can't hit me with his fighter. Bombers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so the bombers can reach there, so we gotta be careful with that. So let's just move one guy up there. Let's move these guys up here. Let's just threaten him, see how he reacts to that. And down there. Oh, we don't want to split those. We got 2 territories. Let's see. 3, 6 guys. Just move one into there. We're going to be building up there, so let's bring that West Russia guy back. And we'll move him over that way. These guys, I didn't really do the math, but we're just going to move them on down here. Oh, we got one more guy here. Let's see, eeny, meeny, miny, well, where you want to go. Let's send you this way. That way you can go to a potential cause stack later. And that looks like it's good enough. Got away from my calculators, but I think we're doing okay here. Do you want to put 2 guys up there, guys down there, and then whoever else is left in there. So now we got 7 infantry here. I mean, he's got to worry about that because I'm just going to march right in through there. So he's got to send some reinforcements up that way, which means they're not going down here to this whole India stuff. So, and I'm happy about that. I'll trade with him if he wants to trade. All right, there we go. All right. So we have Germany here who wrong button. Let's see, Germany, who, what did they do? They bought 9 infantry, 1 artillery, so they still had enough money for that. Really did any combats for... Oh, I guess he did. I didn't even notice. I was like, I didn't lose anybody here, but he did send 2 infantry and a fighter against France. Evidently, they did not have good luck there. And went into Bulgaria, and then Egypt was the main thing. They moved their big stack to Egypt, which means he's going to finally be able to take advantage of Africa. I'm not sure that I'm really even that worried about it at this stage in the game, though. So, yeah, I didn't realize he actually did try to attack France. Lost his 2 infantry. Oh, wow. Okay, another nice roll for me there. So, gotta acknowledge that definitely got some good dice there that turn. Alright, so I did have to repair India, and we're gonna build a fighter, 7 infantry, and an AA for India. One of the few times that I buy an AA, but it makes a difference in the defense because he is gonna have 2 bombers and 4 fighters, so that's 6 flying attack. So it makes the AA the better purchase. Although the AA can't turn an attack, I'm not really looking to turn this into an offensive battle here. This is mainly just a plain defensive plug, so I'm okay with purchasing the AA. Because, that's the downside of AA is, yes, it is a little better on the defensive, but you can't attack with an AA. So, whenever possible, I always prefer to purchase in a unit that can attack and defend. But in this case, I'm not looking to attack into Japan so much, so. And then that also gives us 6 infantry to put up in the UK for my 3 transports up there. What we are going to do, we're going to try and take this stack, either a complete wipe, or maybe it turns out to be a strafe and come back. Not really sure yet. We'll just have to wait and see what we decide as we go. These guys, I will keep my infantry there just to delay them a turn. he's not really giving me anything to attack over here, right? It's all, I think we're just gonna go into a France stack maybe. I think we're able to do it, or at least do it pretty well with the US coming in, so. Alright, I think that's it. Just the one attack, wow. So I need to hit more units than he hits first round. That's the main thing. Get one more hit than he gets. Got some pretty good attack power going here. Alright, alright. Okay. Okay. Okay, well, not as good that time. Okay, okay. Yeah, let's press on. Why not? I guess that's why not. um, at this point, I think I'm better off just going ahead and retreating, actually. And we can bring this guy on back so that he can help with any offensives there. We'll bring him here where he can come up this way if I need to meet some Americans. Alright, so I'm going to press my Russian down here, let the Russians trade here, keep a couple Russians up, maybe move a couple Russians over, build a couple Russians, and so that way we can still continue to trade here. Plus, we'll have the US starting to work their way in as well, and just kind of sliding this down and let the Russians start to, as US and UK can get a few troops in here, the Russians can start turning around and clean up the Japan troops. I haven't really calculated the France stack yet. I just kind of counted units, and it looks like we should be okay there. I'll throw the AA in there anyways. Alright, there we go.